Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. Breaking. President Biden said the risk of nuclear Armageddon is at its highest level since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. As Russian officials speak of the possibility of using tactical nuclear weapons after suffering massive setbacks in the Ukraine. Now, I don't believe we're ever going into nuclear war, but what I do believe is they're setting a stage here. People are afraid of nuclear war ever since the creation of the nuclear bomb. So while they're keeping you in fear and keeping you distracted with this, a massive currency war is going on at the same time. But I don't think it's going to end in nuclear war. The Bank of England has now confirmed that the UK pensions fund almost collapsed. This is a prime example on how quickly things can change in the financial system. We are in uncharted water, and central bankers must feel very overwhelmed with everything going on in the global economy. Now, wait. These are the same people that told us investing in crypto, it's very volatile. You will lose all your money. You should never invest in crypto. Well, it seems that the banks are more volatile these days than the crypto is. Cause and effects of de-dollarization. World divided into two groups. If globalization, no country can remain in isolation. Fed's Waller says it is not the Fed's responsibility to tackle the issues of other countries, but yet all of the Fed's actions impact other countries. If they print money right now and prop up the US dollar, it impacts the currencies in all other countries. The US economy is directly tied to OPEC oil through to the petrodollar, which allows the US to operate at a deficit or debt. Because all OPEC oil is traded in USD, meaning the USD needs to stay strong for a global economy. USD collapse equals global inflation because of OPEC oil and currency baskets. And I think what's going on right now is because China wants to collapse the US dollar, they're telling the Saudis not to accept US dollars for oil. U.S. can only beg Saudi as if U.S. makes Saudi abandons USD for petro sale. USD will collapse overnight and it would be the end of the money printing and petrodollars, hence the demise of the U.S. hegemonic empire. So if they don't accept the U.S. dollar, we can't print no more money. That's exactly why China and the rest of the BRICS countries are doing this. And then there's this. The world's billionaires are going absolutely bonkers. So billionaires think the USD will exist after the collapse of the government. Currency value is highly dependent on the existence of sovereignty. No government equals worthless paper and bank account. Bunkers won't save their wealth. Now here's the thing. You talk to most millionaires or people that have money, they're so beholden to that US dollar. They think the government will always fix the US dollar. So, say for instance, the dollar collapses. All of a sudden, these people that are rich now become poor. Us crypto investors all of a sudden become the new 1%. While all other currencies collapse and USD becomes the last fiat standing, USD will begin to be compared with Bitcoin, and there will be a mad rush to exit the corrupt and failing fiat system. All eyes will be on crypto. This will be the beginning of the next bull run. But I think something else is going to happen first. I believe that new financial system is going to come online. Once the US dollar really starts to fall, they will want to bring in XRP, on-demand liquidity. So 7 steps that will protect you from a declining dollar. Increase your earnings potential through education and training. If you earn more each year, you can outpace a dollar decline. Invest part of your portfolio in the stock market. I wouldn't suggest that, but that's up to you. Even though it's risky, the risk-adjusted returns often outpace inflation. Purchase Treasury inflated protection securities and Series I bonds from the U.S. Department of the Treasury. These are two sound ways to protect yourself from inflation. Purchase euros, yen, other currencies, which will increase in the value once the dollar loses its power. You can either purchase them outright at a bank or buy an exchange traded fund that tracks their values. Now, this is probably the one I would tell you to do right here. Buy gold, precious metals, and shares in gold mining companies. If the dollar falls faster, prompting hyperinflation, then you would benefit. But again, you could invest in crypto. XRP is going to be skyrocketing once the dollar starts falling. Almost every single crypto would be skyrocketing at that point. But then the list goes on to say about diversifying your portfolio, things like that, and how it's going to be difficult to buy and sell goods. So you should buy bullion, maybe put money in real estate, which I believe the housing crisis is definitely going to amp up early next year. But you got to make your own decisions. But if you're watching this video, most likely you're already invested in XRP. So you already made the right investments. So OPEC humiliates President Biden on a global stage. The oil-producing nations basically told the U.S. to shove it, furthering the case that the BRICS nations are moving away from the U.S. dollar. And like I said, I think China played a part in this. They probably told the Saudis, listen, you can't accept the U.S. dollar for oil. And that's exactly what they did. They told Biden, go shove it. Strategic oil reserves will be gone soon. Fox Business, Biden to release 10 more million barrels from Strategic Petroleum Reserve in November in the wake of OPEC cuts. That's not good. You should never tap into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. But again, they want to keep the gas prices down, keep home heating oil down, things like that, until after the elections. After the elections, I'm telling you, we're headed into an energy crisis. Bingo, people don't realize the USD is the last domino that will fall in this agenda. They see the news touting the dollar is up, when in reality, it is simply falling a bit slower than the basket of currencies it's being compared to. Auto crypto, silver, and hard assets. And again, the people outside of crypto have no idea what is coming. Right now, they think the U.S. is doing great because the dollar is it's very strong right now, and the rest of the world is suffering from it. That's why they're pulling away from it. This technology, some know as XRP. XRP to move the value of metals, assets, stocks, bonds, commodities, oil, energy, real estate, and derivatives. On-demand liquidity will go live, and all assets that have been seized for years will flood back into the world economy. And at the same time, I'm telling you right now, XRP has to be high priced to move the value of all of this. It can't be sitting at a cheap price. Anyone who's still following market cap in previous cycles at this point are absolutely crazy. You take a look around the world and you see what's going on. At some point, they're going to need that on-demand liquidity in every single country in the world. We're headed there. The world is pushing us there. These governments are pushing us into it. That's what's happening. And it's happening at a very fast pace. Oil giant Saudi Aramco makes $700 million in profit every single day. XRP holders will make more. And here's the thing. Think about it. When the US dollar falls, right? All of a sudden, you become very rich with your crypto. You will never have to sell your crypto. You will be able to lend it. There's going to be so many people looking for cash, things like that, once the dollar really falls. They're going to be looking for anything that can help their situation. You will have that answer because you will be holding XRP. And think about it. This can happen very quick the way the world is moving. BRICS is definitely, they're giving incentives. China's giving incentives for people to get away from the US dollar. They just did it with India. They said, if you break away from the US dollar, we will incentivize you to use the yuan. And they're going to do that in country after country, pushing our dollar down. Watch when the DXY falls, because that's when crypto will truly rise. You'll see it start pushing up little by little as the dollar starts falling. You already know what you hold. Continue to hold it because I believe we're headed into some rough times ahead. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.